huge story at Old Trafford today, where Aston Villa needed something to get themselves into the Champions League places, and with a score at 0-0, they were denied what they felt was a legitimate goal. And this is how Mike Dean saw it, watching on in the studio across the way here on A Soccer Special.
I used to. No,
you can't cop out with that.
He's gone to get the ball to keep. It's hit one hand and then it's come out of his own accord. He's done that himself. The ball is free and the attacker's got every right to go for the ball. He hasn't got the ball under control. I think the referee, Tom Bramwell, thinks he has, but for me, he hasn't. So for me, a goal should be given.
If that was in rugby league as a try, it wouldn't be a try. Yeah.
The only thing
he never had it under control.
The only thing I would say is because I haven't got comms on here, and I think you have.
Yeah.
Did the whistle go before the ball at the back of the net, which it did?
Yeah, it did. The whistle went before.
So it won't be a goal.
It won't be a goal. Yeah, the whistle went before it hit the back of the net. So.
And that's what happened. VAR said it wasn't reviewable because the referee, Thomas Bramwell, had blown the whistle before the ball had crossed the line. So the goal didn't stand. And there are reports tonight that Aston Villa intend to complain about the experience of the referee in charge at Old Trafford this afternoon, Thomas Bramwell. It's his 11th Premier League game of the season, his 30th overall. Can you understand, Roy, why Aston Villa are so angry by a decision which might well have cost them a place in the Champions League? Because 3 minutes later, after that incident, United actually took the lead.
Yeah, but obviously it was a big moment. If Aston Villa go 1-0 up, you're thinking obviously they'll have enough for them to get a result, even though they're down to 10 men. We talk about VAR or whatever, but human error has come into it. This is part of football, and you feel for the official, because if he just lets it run and hits the back of the net, then we could all clearly see it wasn't a foul. So a huge moment for Aston Villa. You saw the manager's reaction. They'll be suffering for that. But it's part of the game in terms of human error. We're hoping VAR would cut all that stuff out. But he's blown his whistle too early.
Because in the end, a draw would have been enough to see Aston Villa qualify for the Champions League. You can reflect on that potential mistake by Thomas Bramwell. You could say that they would have had 11 players on the field had Matty Cash not put more on the back pass, and Amy Martinez had not collided with Rasmus Højlund and got sent off in the first half.
If, buts and maybes. And it is a mistake. It's a big mistake, but an honest one. I think you will say that. What I will say is inexperience probably plays a little bit of a part, because if you just let it breathe, if you just wait, give it 10 seconds, just see what happens. We have got the luxury of VAR now. And it's obviously costly. And if you're Aston Villa, the fans, the club, the players, you're devastated right now because you want to be playing Champions League football after what was such a good season for them. But what can you do? That was an honest mistake. We see it all the time. It's not a malicious one, but it's certainly a monumental one in their season.
Head to the Sky Sports app for all the highlights. Remember, you can see the nuts and bolts of that big decision that we're talking about there as well.